it's Dream from Where the Yokas Grow, and we're about to take a hot August garden tour of 2023, and we're going to talk about all the work that has to be done, why it hasn't been done, and what is going into the fall garden. So let me turn this camera around and let's get to this tour. So I want you all to see what it's like when you get overwhelmed from watering, and I just want to be as transparent with you. Everybody gets overwhelmed, no matter who they are, what garden they're in. It is just me. I don't have anybody working for me. I don't have any other gardeners coming in here helping me. I don't have any volunteers. It's just me. And not only am I keeping this property, I have a second property that I'm keeping as well. So let me tell you what we're doing. So all of the tomatillas here that you see are going to come out this weekend. We're going to weed eat down here. We've got some fall tomatoes that are just, you know, the heat's struggling. We just got to get them surviving all the way till it gets just a little bit cooler, and they should be just fine. But we're going to, right here where it starts with the grass, we'll weed eat all this down, we'll take this down, and then right here along this row is where all our peas are going in this week. So here are some of our fall tomatoes. You can see, you know, I water them every other day because this has got a lot of clay, and you don't want to water too much in clay because it'll hold on to too much water. And so we water every other day along the bottom here, but it's just so hot. Even though they're in the shade, they're just struggling. Again, clay keeps them from being able to put their roots deep into the ground as well and allowing them to grow. So I don't know if they're going to grow. They may not, because they were very tiny plants when I put them in. We'll just have to see how the season goes, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to give myself some grace, as a few other YouTubers have said to do, and I'm not going to worry about it. I got a lot of spring tomatoes, so if I don't get any fall tomatoes, I'm okay with it. Here's another look of all the work I got to do. This is the walkway between the two cattle panels, and you can see all that grass, and this is mulched. But you know, when you water and there's been grass here, it just keeps coming and coming and coming. So you just have to keep being persistent and pulling and pulling and pulling to get everything taken care of. And this was not meant to be a living path walkway. It was meant to have the mulch that it has on it. So next year, well, probably in the winter, we'll put some of the plastic down and solarize it, kill the grass off that's right here, and then remulch it down here. And I'm pretty sure on this side next year, where these are, will be where our corn is, and then where our corn is, our tomatoes are going to go. So we got a lot of groundwork over there to do as well. Long row is the living row that I thought was an excellent idea, because I watched another YouTuber, it's called No Till Gardening, and he had done it, and I thought, oh yeah, it would be easy to maintain. I don't have the size of garden that he has. No, this will be solarized as well, and we'll be putting mulch down in it to get rid of the grass. It's so hot out here, guys. Let me show you. You can see the garden is so overgrown, but we're gonna get in here today and really get things done, and then this week we'll have it all done. Our fall crops aren't quite ready just yet, but of course we have a lot of things to direct. So we have carrots and beets and turnips, peas, carrots, kohlrabi, all those things are going in. They're going in. See, I've got to get the grass out of this row. That whole row is covered by grass that's growing this way on it. So that's where all that stuff, but our camera wet. Our cauliflowers and our cabbages and our broccolis are still small. They're not quite ready yet to get into the ground. And then we'll get the row covers over them and the shade cloths, you know, or not shade cloths, garden cloths, to keep the bugs off of them and help with sun too. Okay, y'all, here's another view. I've got to get in here and get all this grass, and then this corn that didn't grow, we're just going to take it out. And then I have a whole row right there. We've already harvested the butternut squash. They've kind of taken off in other ways, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and pull them out. And that right there will be our kohlrabi row. So let's give you an overview of what it's like. As you can see, y'all, it has been 107, 108, 110, 112, 116 in the heat index. You're out here at 8 a.m., 7 a.m. By the time it hits 9, it's almost 100 degrees, and it is like a hot 100 degrees. So I have already cleaned this whole row right here, but I wanted to show you, these are all watermelon right here, and I've got a watermelon over there I'm harvesting today. We got 2 little watermelons here. Let me walk in to this mess. We got, if it got fertilized, sorry for the shadow, if it got fertilized, we have a little watermelon growing there. As you can see, I got to get in here to the cucumbers. Got to do some maintenance on them. We've got some that have got aphids on them, some that just need to go away. We have a melon here. Let me find them. Oh, we have 2 melons right there. We have another big green one. Oh gosh, I'm probably gonna have to go on the other side to find it. So let's walk over there. So it's in here in the cucumber, so it's hard to, there it is. So we've got one right there. And then there's another one. Where did it go? It's one of the long, ooh, I got a cucumber I gotta get. Got some stuff I gotta harvest too. Okay, I came over to this side. It's in there somewhere. I'm not gonna try and dig through everything to find it, because you can see, of course, this mound has been taken over by grass, and of course the melons. And we have corn right there. Whew, sorry. We have some corn right there that'll hopefully be ready soon. And we've got the new sunflowers that are coming up right here. And then if you look over here, we have all the corn and the old sunflowers over there. So as I said before, that living earth is, or living pathway is right there. But this whole row, I had planted some, I planted them at the same time I planted this basil. So I know it's not the soil. I think it's just too hot for the tomatoes. These are the fall tomatoes. We're gonna try and nurse them through. But in front here, we're gonna be planting carrots, because over in the shade spots is where we're gonna be planting beets. If you've never planted beets before, they need, especially in Texas, anywhere hot, they need a little bit of shade. Okay, so just found another watermelon. It is right there, and found a cucumber there. And somewhere in there is another big watermelon that is like hanging from one of the cages, but y'all, it's so hot. I'm not gonna dig around. We have some yellow. If you've never grown them, they start out looking yellow. These are yellow watermelons, and then eventually they will put on their green stripes, but it takes them a little while to do it. And then in this, here's another big funky, he's kind of a funky shaped watermelon, but there he is. Or here are all the peppers. I got a whole bunch of peppers, and they're still doing fantastic. But I got a whole lot of peppers I gotta get out here and harvest. These are the sunflowers. This was our first round of sunflowers, and they're still going, but they're still also kind of dying back. And then all of our flowers. Let me show you this cardinal basil. I know y'all have heard me talk about it in other videos, but this is a cardinal basil. And I love how this plant produces these burgundy tops. I don't eat the basil because I just think it is a stunning plant. I love watching it grow in the garden, so that's what its job here is. So let me turn around. These are all the cantaloupe. Now we harvested 3 cantaloupe. I had 2 that I knew were close to about to harvest, and I decided I couldn't get here for 2 days. And the gentleman that lives here, he took care of watering everything, but unfortunately they ripened and they burst open, and then the ants got in them. But then I had another one right here that was really close, so I harvested her. But then we have one right there. These are Israeli melons. No, that might actually be a sugar queen melon right there. And then this is a sugar queen melon right here. And then I've got another one, I believe. Get in here. Right there. And that's a sugar queen. And then let me show you the Kajari melons. So I honestly thought, so all this is, I still got to clean these tomatoes out. All from right there down, and all of this from right there that way was clean. So I've got to clean all of this, take the weed eater through here carefully. And then let me show you the Kajari melons. They're so cute. We've got one right there, and then we have one right here, and one right there. Now this little one, he's been here for a while, so I don't think he got quite fertilized all the way, so that's okay. we got quite a bit. And looks like we have a new one right there. Again, some small tomatoes that we planted, and I've got to get the water on. But this whole row down here in the shade will all be beets, and then up here will be our cauliflower, our cabbages, and broccolis will all be in this row all the way down. We're still going to leave the flowers and everything, but that'll be what those are. And but we still got, you can see, I still got a lot of cleaning to do. It is a mess. So as you can see, I've got my work cut out. After doing this tour, you can see that I have my work cut out for me, but you know, such is life in hot Texas. Sometimes you just get tired of being out here in this heat. You get tired of being, you know, you're out here at 6 a.m. by 7 a.m. you're drenched in sweat, and you can't come out here in the evening in Texas because it's hotter in the evening here than it is in the morning. For those of you who don't know, we don't hit our peak temperature until about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and that means it's about 107, and even by 7, 8 o'clock, it's still over 100 degrees. So sometimes things just don't get done as actively in the garden, and when you're doing it all by yourself, this is just how it goes. Trying to keep my hands from shaking, y'all, but it is hot, and so it is a little hard for me to do. So if you found some value in this video, be sure to give us a like and a thumbs up. It helps our channel to grow. And if you want to see the fall garden and the transformation of this garden in the next video, be sure to subscribe so you can follow that journey. Until I see you in the next video, should be one right here that you can go and follow, and I'll link the other tour in there as well. Till I see you in the next video, y'all take care of yourselves. You keep your heads up, and those in Texas and anywhere else it's hot, stay as cool as possible. Until I see you then, take care of yourself, y'all. Bye bye.